What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Top 10 my favorite anime of all time. Mine will be different from yours. Keep that in mind. This is a bitch to make because in total, 15 animes I listed here. And I had to cut the 5 of them that was kind of hard to put them, to put the other 10 in this list. So, woo! And I will reveal those 5 animes at the end of this video, so. Okay. Let's start off with number 10, Cowboy Bebop. I love Cowboy Bebop. The animation is unique, and from an anime that came in the 1990s shows how far the animation of any anime has gone to from that point of era to now being high quality and unique. Amazing. Love all the characters. My favorite of all is Spike. I love the mysterious aspect of Spike, and you get to figure out in some episodes that who he was, and has some flashbacks of him, and they all ended off with the conclusion of people or everybody going off in their ways, with Ed and the dog going with Ed's dad. And I don't know too much about Jet and Faye, but Spike, the homie, died. Rest in peace to Spike. And see you in Space Cowboy. I just love that every time in the end of the episode. I just love seeing that. And the opening, like it. Really unique. One of the best openings, and something that people should like not know, because this is like the opening that everybody should know what it is. If not, I will be really surprised if people don't know the opening. I love the setting and environment being like some semi-future and a modern aspect that maybe one day that we might get flying cars, you know? It's really great how they set the universe intact, and, you know, everybody, for the most part, is just people. So, yeah, that's why it's at the number 10. Number 9, I put Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer so much. Love the characters. My favorite of all time is Inosuke. That man is literally the definition of a meathead. And his personality, the first time when you meet this man, he just wants to fight. And he does not want to give up until he dies, apparently. And my second favorite character is Zenitsu, because I love that man when he's scared and everything, and then when he goes to sleep or whatever, he just becomes an ultra badass, and he wakes up like, ah! He's like scared and shit. And then you got the boy, Tanjiro, who is basically the big brother of the group, and his protection against, what is her name, Nezuko is ridiculous. Like, oh, Tanjiro's almost dead, but Nezuko is hurt. Fucking water breathing concentration 9. It's just like it's just like ridiculous how powerful all 3 of the gang is, and including Nezuko too. Best waifu demon, best demon girl ever. Whatever. Don't at me on that one. She is by far the number 1 demon girl you have to protect. Do you not know how cute she is? She's so cute, bro. Like, the whole plot is, for this one, it's just basically Danju's family has been killed by a demon. His sister got turned into a demon. And then throughout the whole 24, 25-ish episodes, you're trying to find a way to turn his sister back. And for the next season, we're going to have a season 2. But before that, we're going to have the train arc of that. So can't wait to see what's up with that. But yeah, opening unique. Oh my gosh. That's been used for memes for so many times, and it's just like, ooh, it's just like a lit up song that you can just get your sword on and everything. But yeah, Demon Slayer is at number 9. Number 8, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I love those two. I love the brotherly bond that both Ed and Al share. And the use of alchemy is really unique of how they incorporated real world elements into this unique anime. There even is the part with like the creation of like the sins like of greed, like I know him, and I think lust too, pride, and I kind of forgot the other ones. But yeah, but for those characters, they were like, ooh, I watched this in dub, and I love Greed's voice. My man Troy Baker did an amazing job voicing Greed. It was really nice. I love the conclusion at the end that they finally got their bodies back, but Ed had to sacrifice his power of alchemy in order to get his arm and his brother back. And it's just like, wow. What an amazing idea in a plot that when two brothers use, I think it was like dark alchemy or something along those lines, like a forbidden alchemy to resurrect the dead, it has really negative consequences. And their journey throughout the whole thing of getting getting Ed's arm back and Al's body back has been amazing. And they both share the mythology or like their beliefs of like not killing anybody, which they do not. I'm surprised they like two kids can hold that crushing thought in their head and not once consider to end someone's life. It's just like, wow, amazing. At some people they would have a breaking point, but for these two brothers they did not. Opening was really nice. And my favorite of all, I have to say, is just Ed. Because Ed, he gets called out how short he is and how much milk he should be drinking. Really funny. And I gotta say this, I have PTSD every time I look at that dog. And for all who knows, the dog in Fullmetal Alchemist, the dog, it's just, I got creeped the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie to you on that. It gave me serious PTSD. But, yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist, really great anime that I love watching. Comes in at number 8. At number 7, we got Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is one of the best anime for being educational and fun at the same time. So it's really educational for like for animes that tells you real world stuff, but incorporated in an animated and a fun, cool little aspect, and it could be really good as sometimes and sometimes not. But for Dr. Stone is really unique because of it. The science that fucking, oh my gosh, that, oh, I already forgot the protagonist's name. Senku, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. But for the protagonist Senku, his power, his knowledge of science really is going to save the humanity after the whole humanity got petrified with the green mist and everything. And again, you can fact check everything that Senku is saying, and it is 100% right of all time. This motherfucker made a phone. He was about to make a gun, and he made ramen. He made a fucking disc player. He made like in this anime, they made so much from the span of 24 or 25 episodes. Like you get to see the creativity and how much knowledge and information does Senku have. It is really amazing, and the science is just incredible. And it doesn't make it boring. It makes it really fun and interesting to learn. And for people who are interested to learn more about science because of the anime, it is great to get people hyped up for science and what to see how Senku's going to use it or what he's going to make from the power of science. It is incredible. And I gotta say, I love the first opening. Really great. Second opening, not too much, but I just love how it just leads like an interesting conclusion of how the last episode they're going to make phones to actually communicate and to have a strategic plan, and versus the antagonist who wants to kill all the stone adults because he thinks that adults are the ones who corrupted this world and they should be a world full of young people. So that's what he believes, and he almost killed Senku until he realized there was like a little stone on his neck, and like, and he's alive. Really enjoyed that anime, and it will remain as one of the best informative and educational animes of all time that I enjoyed watching. And yeah, and that will leave Dr. Stone at number 7. Number 6, I put Tokyo Ghoul. I love Tokyo Ghoul. I love the fighting. I love the ghouls being all different and have unique powers and everything. I love the protagonist, Kaneki, for the most part. And I didn't like the season 3 of how it was, like, not explained. What the hell happened to Kaneki? I don't even know what happened to the man in season 3. But I love the season 1 and 2. Really great. I love, in the 12th episode of the first season, he let his ghoul form take it. And you know what he did? He fucking kicked Jason's ass. And fucking, what is 1000 minus 7? Just fucking, he asked him that question. You know what he did? He fucking ate him, bro. Just like, And I love the white hair. I love that. It's just perfect. In the first opening, unique of all time. His hair turns white. And I'm thinking, how the hell did he turn white? And at the end of the 12th episode, his hair turns white. And in season 2, his ghoul with the mask and everything, it looks fucking badass in my opinion. I love that whole entire look. Even if his ghoul eye does not turn, regardless, he looks such a badass. With the eye patch and with the mouth zipper and his white hair, his look is just astounding. It is like amazing to look at. And him being all ghoul in the 3rd season as well, and I'm pretty sure the 2nd season as well, he unlocked some new ghoul powers as well that makes him 10 more times of a badass. And if anybody fucks with him, even though he does not want to kill, he feels like he is forced to. He's pretending to be this wannabe shabby old hero, but we share his beliefs that he is the key to bringing ghouls and people aligned. And he did that, so. And it's really interesting how a species, 2 different species of one world, can bring on some weird shit, because there's the ghouls who are just like citizens that don't want to fight, that are scared of what people will do to them and their family. They act just like normal human being, but ghouls are just way different, because once you're a ghoul, you can't eat any food, which just sucks, and the only way to sustain their hunger is coughing. So yeah. But yeah, I think Kaneki was a best protagonist, and for him to represent from 2 different points of a human and ghoul, he realized that yes, they should live together in harmony. If they continue on with a war against each other, it's not going to end pretty for both parties, one or the other. And I love this anime. Really unique. I love the characters, and my man got fucking Ri, I think that's her name. She got her prego, bro, and he became a husband and a king of all ghouls. Like, big bonuses, and the happy ending at the end. I just love it. You have to see Kaneki all grown up with his child, and just like, wow. I feel like this is one of the best happy endings of anime that I ever seen. Right next to Brotherhood of Fullmetal Alchemist there. It was really unique, and I love it. And that is Tokyo Ghoul number 6. Breaking in the top 5, I put Attack on Titan. I finished this anime, and damn it, it is good. I love Eren. Eren is such a fucking cocky motherfucker, but he gets somewhat better along the lines. But for him, I feel like him, Eren, not Kaneki, fucking him, Misaka, and Arimi, the best friend group trio ever. Like by far, I got so worried that if Captain Levi did not revive or turned fucking Arimi into a Titan, I would be so upset. I was about to cry about that scene, but it was either between him or Aaron Smith, and he chose Arimi, and that is just I'm just glad. The 4th season is coming this season, and this year, I should say. My bad. But yeah, I love this anime because it is unique with its fight scenes, and the plot is just wow. In the 3rd season of Attack on Titan, it explains a lot about Titans and everything, and what the outside world is behind the people who live in the walls of Maria, Sina, and Rosa as well. And it's just like, wow, there's a lot of answers that's been, questioning throughout the first 2 seasons, I believe so, and then the 3rd season answers it, some of it to some degree, but the 4th season, the last season, is going to end off with a final conclusion. This anime is unique with the gear that Eren and his friend group uses to battle against the Titans when you have to hit them in the back of the neck to stop them from regeneration, and for people versus people. So like in the 3rd season, it didn't involve any Titans until there was like a certain episode when it starts, Titan on Titan. I gotta say, Eren versus Reiner, bro, he's gotta kick his ass the 3rd time in the final season, because without Baldurf, I think that's his name. I'm pretty sure I butchered it. But without Boulder, who saved his ass twice from fucking Eren, because everybody knows Eren can kick his ass. It is so amazing to see him turn into a Titan. And like when he uses it for, you know, when he has full control of it for the first time, it was just cool. And then for him turning into it, it was just cool. Like, he turns into a Titan, he fights other Titans, he fights people. I mean, like, it was just great. I love the first opening of season 1. Really great, unique. Really a good one of all time. Like, someone who watches Attack on Titan, they hear the first opening, yeah, they're gonna know, yeah, Attack on Titan. But what I love the third season of the first opening. That got me in, like, the feelings, bro. The deep in need for feelings. Love all the characters. I love the plot. Excuse me, of these Titan beings only killing off the human race. And it really shows when I said in my review that how humanity would act if there was a higher being that would, you know, challenge humanity of how, you know, how the species is going to end for them or for the other species. So yeah, I put Attack on Titan on number 5. Number 4, Darling in the Franxx. I love Darling in the Franxx. I love the opening. Love the 2 animations for the opening. Really great with the red and then the blue pinkish red. And it's just great. I love Hero and Zero Two. One of the best couples I ever saw. When they are together, it was just so heavenly there. But I love the idea of how the Pacific Rim type of style of the anime or fighting that they went through is with kids. And it's kind of messed up from kids who don't know too much about what they are really. They don't understand that. I don't remember everybody's name, so I'm just going to say Hero's friends. So Hero's friends, Hero with a Hiro, so not to confuse anybody. So for Hero and his friends, not knowing what was their real purpose, they only know that their purpose is to reproduce and to fight in these, you know, in the Pacific Rim Titan mechanical things. And it takes one girl and one guy to order to operate and to, you know, kill off these other beings and to, you know, provide whatever for this home that belongs to like adults and everything. And adults are not having the best life after they grow up and everything. And it's just like one of Hero's friends learns that and everything, and it's like, wow, that's it, what they're going for them. But they did break away from that chain of and command that they're not being controlled anymore, and they get to live their lives however they want to at the very end. For, if I had to guess, maybe like at least 10 or 7 episodes to get to live their life how it is. But before that, they had to go against like the big conflicts of the people outer space and everything. And it's just, wow, there's a lot to go along with this anime. But yeah, everybody gets to identify or understands who they are as a person and what they wanted to do. And for those two friends of Heroes, when they got married and they got pregnant and everything, it was just like, damn, it was just like amazing. And then when their memories are wiped, dude, that is just fucked, man. But you know, it all concludes happily at the end, sort of. When people, I'm kind of like 50-50 because not everybody likes the ending of Darling in the Franxx because of Hero and Zero Two are kids again. They're reincarnated as kids again, and now they're just, you know, discovering who they are to each other. And yeah, that's what ends it off. And I don't think people are too happy about that. I'm kind of okay-ish about that, but not at the same time. So it's just like, so it's like, whatever. Love it. And yeah, Darling in the Franxx, number 4. All right, we're going into the big 3, my favorites. Number 3, Chivalry of a Failed Knight. This is by far my favorite anime because this is the first anime I ever watched. There was like another name that I said before in my review, but the English version of this is called Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I love it, bro. I love it. I forgot the protagonist's name, but I do remember Stella, the Princess Stella. That was great. The plot is great. I love how the protagonist is basically, he's like such a nice broski. Like in one of the episodes, he fucking got his fucking shit fucked in the head, bro. Someone literally threw a glass bottle at his head. He's bleeding, but he was smiling. You know how much you have to endure to order to like smile through pain like that? That was what makes him the protagonist really great. And his relationship with Stella, which is really funny and really romantic at times when they try to do quote unquote what Stella wants, lover things, which is funny when she wants him to kiss him and to, hey, this is my boyfriend. And at the end of that 12th episode, when he proposed to Stella in national television live, ooh, that was just like, damn, he is such a fucking awesome guy, man. I love him. He's one of the best protagonists I think of all time. As the best, bro. He is the best protagonist, I feel like, for not only as a lover but also a great guy who wants to do great things for himself and for his school and what he represents. As a failed knight, that for him, I think it was because of his performance or his magical ability is not too outstanding for people, and I think, or for the school that he goes to, and I think he failed because of that reason. I don't remember too much. I just gotta refresh myself on that one. But yeah, Chivalry of the Failed Knight comes in at number 3. And number 2, I already said this when I reviewed this in my main channel. This goes for JoJo Bizarre's Adventures. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the Joestar bloodline is amazing. I love it when it goes to different generations of the Joestar bloodline. Excuse me, you got our main first goody two-shoes gentleman, Jonathan Joestar, who fucking defeats almost his brother. And then for the next generation, you got Joseph Joestar, who's not much like his grandfather, but is unique, quirky, and always knows what's your next line and what you're gonna say. And you got his grandson, Jojoro Kujo, who is by far a badass JoJo, but he also knows how to do Zawado and fights off and ends off his grandfather's brother Dio, and it is by far satisfying. But at the end of it all, it comes to the cost with Iggy, rest in peace to that dog, Alvaro, rest in peace to my man, and Kakyoin, rest in peace to my man right there. They all gave up their lives for the greater good of humanity. And Jojoro, that finishing blow on fucking Dio, when he realized finally he can eradicate, or he fucking eradicated his brother, his long lost brother, or yeah. But finally we get to see him to be put in his place. But also, for Josuke Hachikiyo, I don't know if I said his last name correctly. I love him, even though Joseph cheated on his wife and gave birth to fucking 2 kids, or his wife gave 2 different wives, gave birth to his daughter, who gave birth to Jotaro, and his other wife that gave birth to Josuke. I love his Crazy Diamond. Really unique. I love like the design choice of Crazy Diamond. And by far, he basically is your typical high school teenager who just goes through some stan enemy users and everything, and finally got the man who was killing a lot of girls for their hands with a weird ass fetish at an age of, I don't know, 18 or 19. But yeah, he puts that sucker to end. And same thing with this Killer Queen. And yeah, I find that part 4 of Diamond is Unbreakable to be unique because of it's not too much of enemies, it's more of what people, what their user stands for, and not for evil. And for part 5, which I feel like it's a good part, for Giovanna Giovanna that has a dream to become the mafia mob boss in order to stop and prevent drugs to coming into his hometown of Italy. Pretty sure I said that. I didn't understand until I realized, yes, he is the son of Jonathan and also Dio. And it's like, okay, we're going to see kids like this, I'm pretty sure. But we also got, finally, Jolene Cujo for Part 6 for Stone Ocean. That's going to get animated soon, and I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that part to get animated. I want to see all of it, bro. All of it. All the parts. The bloodline will still continue on forward, and I love it that damn much. It is by far the only anime that I almost love all its openings except for part 3 of second opening and part 5 second opening. That's it. Besides those 2 openings, I love every single one of those openings. Really unique, bro. And it's really sad for the first 3 parts to have 3D animation. And then for the rest of the parts are just like, nah. Just nah. The 3D animation is just like unique. Especially for the first one, that got me so hyped up for Jonathan to finally kick his brother's ass. But yes, Joe Bizarre's Adventures comes in at my number 2. And for number 1, not a surprise, it is Fairy motherfucking Tail. Fairy Tail, my favorite anime of all time. The power of friendship, bro. I love all of its characters. Natsu, Gray, Lucy, Wendy, Carla, Happy, Ganju, Levy, Master Makarov, Mavis, Zeref. I feel like he was a great antagonist at the end of the end of the season. And I love the conclusion of the end of the season, how Mavis and Zeref, they're just like new people now. They're not bound to what happens before their past. They're now just regular people and just now meeting each other. I love it. I love all the characters. It's basically, there's not a one protagonist. The protagonist is the whole Fairy Tail Guild, and they go through so much together. My favorite arc is when they were frozen in time because of Agnolodia, and they come back, realize that their Fairy Tail Guild is ranked lowest of the weakest, and they fucking train up and awesomely took back their number 1 place as the number 1 guild of all time. The best guild is the Fairy Tail Guild, and the Fairy Tail Guild is the number 1. We are the number 1. Oh, man. I just love it. I love it. Nothing can beat my hate for any other anime than Fairy Tail itself. I love it. That's why it is number 1. So, there's other animes that I did not put on the list, which I will talk really briefly. First off, Fire Force. It was this anime, Fire Force, Dr. Stone, and Demon Slayer, was like the big 3 anime of last year that was really, really good. And, excuse me, it was really hard because I really wanted to put Fire Force in here, but I put only Dr. Stone and Demon Slayer because it was really good of the big 3 animes of last year. Excuse me. I find the animation for this one unique. I love the first opening. I love what they did with the fire. The fire of how each person is different because of the generations. They use fire in their own way. One of them is when the guy with the glasses uses the bullets of the fire to like ricochet and shit. And you got our main protagonist, Shimura, using his fire as feet, like the devil's foot and everything. And you got the first, I think it was Company 7 or Company 8. The first captain, who doesn't have any special abilities at all. He will put his life on the line to make sure that everybody stays safe. Really like that. Another one, One Punch Man. I wanted to put it on the list, but I realized it did not have a lot of episodes. It was only the first 2 seasons, and it only has 12 episodes each. I love Saitama as being the overpowered character who has all the power in the world, but he can't find an opponent that he can't literally die for of training so hard. He literally trained too powerful, man, and that's why he's bald. And then the second season, it didn't rely too much on him, but it relies on any other characters. But it's just like, fine, that's fine. But I want Saitama to come back in the 3rd season to finish off the conclusion of the one guy who wants to be looked at as a monster and everything. So yeah, I want to see how those 2 will go at it in the 3rd season. I have Death Note as well. Death Note, I really love the first opening, and I love the conflict between Light Yagami, who is Kira, and then L. Forgot his real name, but for L. I love how those 2 was going at it throughout most of the, or no, not most, like the entirety of the anime, and how Light almost got away with it until at the end of it, it backfired on him so hard, and he just ended off dying looking at the sun. And for fucking Ryuka just like being there, who just loves apples and everything, it was just funny. But besides that, it was really getting serious and everything. It was just like, it's just like, ooh, I was hyping up so much because I really wanted to see how the ending conclusion will be for Light if he's actually gonna win this. But it really turned like the opposite way for me. It's just like, whoa, that's wow. But yeah. I also got My Hero Academia. I didn't know what to put My Hero Academia on. I feel like it should have been on my top 15 list because My Hero Academia, it was nice. I love Izuku Midoriya or Deku, whichever one. I love how he is training so hard to become the #1 hero, just like his all-time predecessor that he wants to surpass to become the #1 hero. All Might, really great teacher to some degree, even though he kind of until like the 4th season he taught Deku how to use his powers not only for smashing but also for other things, like he could flick a powerful wind from his fingers and everything. But yeah, for his journey to becoming the #1 hero was really inspiring, and for people to know that you don't, like, for him, he got really lucky because All Might gave him his quirk for One for All, and he finally, I'm pretty sure he can use like 20% of his power, but I'm pretty sure as time goes on, he's going to learn wanting to master One for All out of 100% of his power and not fucking break his bones. That's what Midoriya does. I think for like the first 2 or 3 seasons, correct me if I'm wrong about that, this dude over here just like, oh yeah, let me use One for All 100%. Just shatters his bones, dude. He just like not gives a fuck. But yeah, Deku or Midoriya, it's a great protagonist and his journey and everything. Love it. The characters are in there are really funny. I love Shotaro Tokuri. Bakugo, really an egghead sometimes. Really explodes out of nowhere and yells at people. But yeah, love it. And I really hope for the 5th season to keep on going. And finally, I have Sonomi and the Forest Spirit. It was just like, I was thinking to either put both or this or Full Alchemist, but I put Full Metal Alchemist because I love the brotherhood bond that they both share, and I love this anime because of the both father-daughter relationship that they share of the golem and the child Sonomi. They explain how she got her name, how they met each other and everything, and like, it's funny because of the golem saying they don't have feelings, yet this motherfucker, if you saw his actions, it's basically, you'll see how he acts towards Sonomi if she is in danger, if anything happens to her. This motherfucker will put his life on the line for Sonomi to be okay and everything. And for Sonomi, she is the best cute girl of all time. She is so adorable. I know what I said about Nezuko, but she's the best demon girl. But for Sonomi, she's the best child ever. It's just basically like the baby from the Ice Age that you're trying to protect. She is that, like, adorableness, and like, she is just so cute, and I hopefully for the 2nd season to continue on their journey, because I am really excited to see how long does the golem have, because he only has like year and a couple of months, and the golem dies at the 1000th year of their lifetime. But it's just, oof, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really want to see more. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap, this has been a this is one of the long-ass videos I've ever made. But yeah, let me know your guys' list, and yeah, if not, then that's A-okay with me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sandy Ghost, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, night, day, evening, whatever the occasion is. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.